You're listening to CKLN.FM. It's Rude Awakening, and I'm your host, Joel Dick. We were just joined by Chris Pemberton, who was talking about Art Battle that's coming up, and I really encourage you to get out there and see that. But if live competitive painting isn't your thing, and you'd rather go see some live music, I'm joined again by Emily Indriolo, who's here to tell us about some of the music that's going on in the city in the next week, a week and a half. Good morning, Emily.
Okay, good morning. And again here, I'm back on the show to discuss music, which is going on here in Toronto over the next week or so. So first off, I'd like to highlight that the artist that I had mentioned last week, Astra, is also going to be playing at Lee's Palace tonight. It's 10:50, and it's also for the release of their CD. I'm expecting this band to make it pretty big because they were just recently featured on NPR's First Listen, so I'm looking forward to be quite an exciting show. Some other shows that will be coming up of interest are The Cars at the Sound Academy, and that's on May 20th. And that is the U.S. New Wave Band, which has been around since the 1970s. So your tickets are a bit steep, starting at $55. I'm not sure what the status of how many of the cheap tickets are available. Also, another interesting act, which has been highlighted by several local magazines, including iWeekly, which is now known as The Grid, as well as Now, are the Arctic Monkeys, and they're playing at the Cool House on May 21st. And there are a UK indie band, and the tickets are $29.50 and available around town. So, keeping in the genre of more indie music are Crystal Slits, which are a US noise pop band, and they're playing at Sneaky D's on May 22nd, and it is $13.50. Tickets are available either at Rotate This or Soundscapes. Another interesting thing to note on May 22nd is the very well-known Nova Scotian DJ and producer for Buck 65, Scratch Bastard, is going to be playing at the Drake Underground, and it is $10 at the door. So if you'd like to go out and support some Canadian electronic music and production, that would probably be a show that would be worth it to see. Additionally, if we're going back to the genre of indie that night, there's also Two Cow Garage. We'll be playing at the Garrison, and this is a Columbus, Ohio rock band, and it's a steal at $8.50 for tickets available at Rotate This and Soundscapes. Additionally, if you're looking more for your industrial and or noise fix over the long weekend, Frontline Assembly are headlining a show at the Mod Club. Tickets are a relatively steep $30 if you find them around town. If you were to go to Penguin Music, Hell's Bells, and the Plastic Rock clothing store, you can find tickets in advance. You can buy them online as well, and they're $35 at the door. I would suggest probably finding your ticket in advance. Additionally, that same night, competing for a similar crowd is Merzbow. The Japanese noise artists are playing at the Horseshoe, and it is $15. Tickets are available at Rotate This, Soundscapes, and TicketWeb as well. So, looking into the next week or so, there's going to be a wide variety of, again, some indie acts as well, such as Stornway are playing at Elmo Combo, their UK indie band, and their album Beachcomber's Windowsill is quite good, but I'll be passing on seeing that one. Gordon Lightfoot is playing Massey Hall from May 25th to the 28th. Tickets are $45 to $80 available through Ticketmaster. If you're looking more for some Canadian content, on May 27th, Alan and Alexander are playing at the Dakota Tavern, and they are a country/folk duo of singer-songwriters, and they'll be bringing in some pretty traditional sounding country from out west. Also, the Vancouver band The Beauties are playing at the Dakota on May 29th, and it looks like they're ending a 1-month stand at the Dakota. Their two last shows I would like to mention. First off, on Monday, May 30th, are the Friendly Fires. They're playing both at the Phoenix and following it up with a DJ set at Wrong Bar. You do need independent tickets for both of those events. And the Drake is also hosting Wild Birds and Peace Drums with Yellow Ostrich on May 30th as well. And I'm highlighting Yellow Ostrich, an indie band which has had a lot of airplay as well as many live at KXP performances online, so you'll probably want to check them out as well.
Emily, I know you went to see the Ruby Coast show last week. What did you think of the band Ruby Coast?
Have to admit that for the cover of $5, it was the most excellent show. The band were really into it. They're quite rockin', and I look forward to seeing a lot more things come up from that band. As Radio 3 has mentioned, for them to be up and coming, I think they have great potential. And the openers were also quite supportive as well, both with Loom and Graham Wright and some of his friends also putting on a pretty excellent show. So the energy was good, the price was right, and hopefully if you can catch them, you should make a chance to do so.
Thanks so much, Emily. Have a great day.
Thanks. Have a good morning, all the rest of Toronto.